All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I'm going to give honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Say, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahbashim Yahushai. We're in a beautiful time, 2023, which is the hopeful year that all the prophecies are fulfilled, and the Lord sees fit to take his elect, bring the elect out of this wicked, whack world, this heinous world, and give them rest. I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna jump right into the lesson. The name of this lesson is "The Deaf and Blindness of Israel."
This baby who suffers from a disease and is blind is going to see for the first time in his life today. Look at his reaction when his mother puts on a pair of chromatic glasses for him. It is a special pair of glasses that will allow him to see the world in color for the first time. She gently puts the glasses on him, places them over his eyes, and at that moment, look at his reaction. At first, for a few seconds, he will not understand what is happening. Just by looking at his mouth and face, he wonders what is going on. And when his mother asks him, "Can you see me?" he points to her with his finger.
So that's the first video that I was looking through, and it's a beautiful thing, man. And then let me show you another. This is another video. This one's got a lot of plays. I'm not gonna really let that one play too much. But these ones are relating to people that have never seen before, seen color. All right, this is the first official video that I watched that really sparked everything. Was this guy right here.
The most important.
This guy right here, he receives glasses that make him see color for the first time in his life. You know, and I seen this, and I thought about Israel and the nation of Israel, which are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that we were spiritually colorblind, man. We couldn't see the world because these people live life. You know, they live life. They went through. This guy's in college. You know what I'm saying? He knew it as a kid. He's always had this problem that he could not see color. You know, that's why they'll have the balloons. And I think the glasses are like $400 pair of glasses that allow you to see. But that shows you the mercy of the Lord, though. Because what did even Yahweh Shah say? He said, "Why was this man born blind? It was to glorify the Lord, man. It was to glorify Yahweh Shai." So look at the same thing you see now. All of these, why is this color blindness and blindness? Is to glorify the Lord, because this is to show you that the Most High still has mercy. But the main point is mercy for you Israelites, you Jakes. Because just like these people that never seen color before, never realized the world that they were missing, the same thing the Lord has given to us by way of this truth. This truth is our color glasses. These are our discerners. These are the things that allow us to see in the darkness. And that's what you see going on right now, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is giving us the world back, giving our vision back, our sight back. Just like this baby that's never seen color before and then turns around and sees again. You know what I'm saying? A blind man sees his family for the first time. And these people are cherishing these moments. That's the one thing I've seen out of these videos, is that they cherish having their sight back. They cherish that's almost unspeakable. They're amazed at the colors that we, look at every day and take for granted. But imagine not being able to see red, blue, greens, and that's the vibrancy of the Lord, man. So I take this as a very, important and spiritual thing for us. That we've received sight again, and we need to, really cherish it, man. Cherish it to a point of, almost obsessity, man. And that's just going in and making sure that, you're staying in the spirit, honoring this thing that we've been given. All right. The opportunity to see again, the opportunity to understand who we are, just like these people that have seen those, that haven't never seen colors, and to see it again. This is the same thing with us. It says, "Stir up our pure minds, though we once knew this." All right. And who's the one that makes blindness and makes, sight and vision? Is the Lord. As he gave us the opportunity to see that. This is Exodus 4 and verse 11. It says, "And the Lord said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth, or who have made who maketh the dumb or the deaf, or the seeing or the blind? Have not I the Lord?" So the Most High controls. This is to show you how deep that our power is, that he can give you vision and hearing, where you don't have to get, those things are not mandatory, because we have a life where we have examples of people that don't have those auditory abilities, and we live amongst them, and I say that why, this has been sort of hitting my mind, because my new job, I work, and there's a group of hearing impaired people there, and I always look at that, and I sit in lunch, and I watch, and you pay attention to things. I'm more of those, more or less one of those people that I just watch things. I stay to myself, and I watch it, and the woman especially, she lives life, you know what I'm saying, laughs and everything else. But to think of what her life would be fulfilled if she could see or she could hear, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a whole nother life, a cherished life. And I bet 9 out of 10 times she's going to be emotional and start crying to be able to hear that. So the same thing with us, receiving this vision back and this truth. We should be like, what I'm saying, very emotional and very, blessed, not to have pride. That's why pride cannot come in. This is Leviticus 21:18. It says, for whatsoever man he hath, Salakia, for whatsoever man he be that hath a blemish, he shall not approach a blind man or a lame, or he that hath a flat nose, broken nose, or a thing superfluous, or a man that broken footed or broken handed. So when I read this, because it's spiritual, because the Lord said it, that no man that is blind, broken, or maimed shall come to the altar. Let me go up a verse. This is Leviticus 21:17. Speak unto Aaron, saying, whosoever he be of the seed in their generation that hath any blemish, let him not approach to offer the bread of his power. So to be a priest, you can't have none of these blemishes on you. All right. And the Lord said he's going to make us a nation and a kingdom of priests and kings. So it's spiritual that Yahushua had to actually come back and heal the blind and heal the maimed, because that made us able to come back and approach. Okay, not in the serving of the priesthood, but just to approach the Most High, as in it was important that the Yahushua came and healed people. That made it to a point where they could be accepted again. That's why the Yahushua made them whole. He didn't just leave them messed up and say, okay, come follow me. No, we healed them first. Same thing with us. The Most High is calling us again, but guess what? He has to heal us first. Then he can go ahead and use us for his work. This is Mark 2:17. It says, when Yahushua heard it, he saith unto them, they that are whole have no need of a physician, but they that are sick, I came not to call the righteous, but the sinners to repentance. You see, this is tying hand in hand with sickness. Sin is another form of sickness. Demons, the Lord said it. Spirits were on this person. That's what caused them to be blind and deaf. And the Lord expelled those demons. And guess what? The person received their vision and their sight back. So the Most High, Yahushua, was just performing exorcisms to show you that these spirits, that's why it says we are under bondage. These spirits hold you. They just like the story of Tobit and Tobias, about that spirit that lingered around that woman and would kill men when they went to enter into her and go in unto her to seal the marriage. So the same thing, you see that this sin has had us in bondage because it's actually spirits. That's why Yahushua would expel people and they would go back to normal. They would be sound. They would have a soundness about them again. And it says, that's it on that. Let's jump right here to Matthew's. So it makes it just a beautiful point to see how important that Yahushua would come and heal people, not just leave them bare and then leave them alone and let them come, with pick up their mat, have somebody haul them around. No, he made them whole. Then he said, what? Sin no more. This is Matthew's 9 and verse 12. It says, but when Yahushua heard that, he said unto them, they that are whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. But go ye and learn what that meaneth. I will have mercy and not sacrifice, for I am not come to call the righteous, but the sinners to repentance. So we are sinners because we're the broken, we're the maimed, we're the destitute spiritually. We're not here. Some of us have these things that go on with us, but spiritually is what the Lord is saying, that we're sick like. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 29. And it said he would do this to us. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 29. It says, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt only be oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. The same thing right here. No man shall save thee, because Yahushua is not coming as a man. He even said, I'm not going to meet thee as a man. So when he comes and saves us, it's not going to be a man saving men. It's going to be a power saving his people. All right. That's what you see that's taking place right now, because Yahushua is healing us in the spirit, because he said, I shall be with thee unto the ends of the earth. So he's here now healing, just like the Lord rose us up from the dead. This is Isaiah 59 and verse 10. It says, we grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at no noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men. Hell, that's what hell is, a desolate place. We roar like bears and mourn sore like doves. We look for judgment, but there is none, for salvation, but it is far off from us. And that's what the time we are now. We're constantly broken. That's the fulfillment of Deuteronomy, the 28 and 29th chapter. All right, 29 verse, 28 chapter, 29th verse, to show us that we are at that blind state, that dumb state. This is Zephaniah 1 and verse 17. And it says, and I'm going to close on this one. I'm not going to make it too long. This is Zephaniah 1 and 17. It says, and I will bring the distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as the dust, and their flesh as the dung. So that's what you see. Our judgment has came, and we've been put into the state of blindness, but we received our sight back in these times, starting with the apostles and elders, starting with the man by the name of Abba Bivens, which we believe through the spirit and power of Yahbashim Yahushua, that is Elijah in the reincarnation that's turning the hearts of the fathers back to the children, and the children back to the fathers. This is Isaiah 28 and verse 18. It says, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of the obscurity and out of darkness. The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord. That's what you see. That's what this truth is. This is the fulfillment of that, because that's why we can go into lessons, and we can go into news stories. We can defend the gospel. We're not just in love with the gospel. We are using the gospel as a weapon to defend ourselves against these marauders, these spiritual and physical marauders. All right. That's why it says, read the scriptures and the devil shall flee from you, man. It says, and the meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. All right. So Lord willing, said, if I'm lesson, I'm going to leave it here. I got to make this quick run, but Lord willing, I'll try to jump into this again if the Spirit allow it. So with that, I want to say, call Elohim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chakodash. Until the next time, I say, Shalom.